All right, we're going to finish talking about our seasons, about spring. You should have your bird nest paper out and put your name at the top. And I'm going to read to you my book what it says. We're talking about bird nests because that's when birds build them in the spring, usually when they come back from going south from the winter. Is usually in the spring. That's when babies are born, so they need to have their nest for their babies to lay their eggs. So it says here bird nest. While some birds may spend days or even weeks to make the perfect home, others quickly pile a few twigs together or make a small hole in the ground. Birds make their nests from a variety of materials such as twigs, leaves, moss, mud, hair, snake skin, feathers, yarn, string, paper, plastic, or aluminum foil. The female will lay her eggs in the nest when it is finished. After the eggs hatch, the parents feed and protect the baby birds until the babies are ready to leave the nest. So they use all kinds of things um, to make their nest. A lot of times they will use mud to make it stick together to get the grass or the twigs to stick together. They'll use mud. And it says here, I've seen birds come and take from my dog when he sheds because when I had my dog, he's a big fluffy white dog. A lot of his fur would be when he'd be shedding on the ground. I'd see birds fly and swoop down and pick up his fur off the ground, and because it was nice and soft and fluffy, and they would use his fur in their nests. So they use all kinds of things in their nests. Um, so let's look at our worksheet here. Sometimes you get lucky and you find an old abandoned bird nest and you have one. I don't have one to show you right now, but um, it's neat what they do. So let's take a look. It says circle the 4 things a bird could use to make a nest. So what 4 things? You don't need to not the nest. You're not circling the nest. Out of these items around this nest, what would a bird use? Would they use twigs? Sure. Would they use an old board with a nail in it? No. How about some feathers? Yes, they would use some feathers. Some old leaves? Sure. Need some old leaves. Would they use bricks to make their nest? No. And how about grass? Yes. So those are your 4 things. And I forgot to tell you, make sure you write your name. Write your name on there. This page was pretty easy today. So turn it over. And on the back, you're going to practice writing Z, V, and X. So go ahead and write your Z, V, and X. And I will do the bottom of this page with you. It's reviewing some long vowel sounds on the bottom. And then our other phonics page is actually a test. The review for you, our next phonics page will be a test. So I'm not going to be writing answers down on the next one. For this one, I will. I'll give you a few more seconds to finish writing. And I'm going to use my little marker here. It's a little more precise for the bottom. I'm going to read you the directions for the bottom while you're finishing up. It says, circle the long vowel word in each pair. Mark 1 long vowel letter in each word circled. So for the first one, they did, or I'll read you the 2 words here. We have so. Remember, that's when Miss Long's by herself, and the vowel's by herself. So you have a long O. So, and that's sock. So trace over the word so. And remember how I showed you how you know it's a long vowel when there is a straight line drawn above it. So you're going to draw a little, see this, I kind of had my circle there a little too close. Straight line above the O. All right, let's go down to this one. down here since it's closer. We have kick, and with the long kite. See, there's the E marker E on the end, so we know that's a long I, kite. So circle the word kite. And to show me your long vowel, you're going to draw a line, straight line above the I. Do you see that? To show that it's a long vowel. Short vowel is the little smile above them. All right, let's go over to this side now. We have box, box. We have our two vowels there together. Remember, the first one is long, second one is silent. So let's sound it out. Boat. You don't hear the A. Boat. So go ahead and circle boat. That's the long O in there. And draw your straight line above the O. You should be able to see that. See, straight line above the O. Next, down the bottom, S-E-T, set, set. We have two E's. Remember, if you hear your first vowel, the second one is silent. C. So circle the word C, and you're going to draw your line above the first E, because your first vowel you hear, not the second. C. And that is it for that paper. So next is your review paper. Review for you. And I will be grading this. You make sure your moms take pictures of this and send it to me, because you're getting a grade on this one. So we're at the end of our unit, so you get a couple of extra tests. Today, tomorrow, and the next day. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday here, you're going to have phonics tests. So yeah, lots of phonics tests. Oh, and today you have a math test too. So tests. All right, so write your name first things first on here. Write your name. And the directions say, draw a line to match each picture with the correct word. So they did the first one for you, funny. So trace that one. I'm not going to tell you what these words are. We had these two yesterday. So if you read these, you should know. Look at your picture clues. So draw lines to match them to the words. I'm not going to do it because it's a test. So go ahead and figure out what those words say, what the pictures are, and draw a line to match them. I'll give you another minute. And then I'll turn the page over. So think about it. What the words are. Look at your picture clues. You match them to the picture. All right, I'm going to turn my page over. Hopefully you're finished with that. All right, now this one's pretty easy. It says, write the correct word to each picture. So they did the first one for you, night. Hey, this picture was on the other side of the page, so you might want to go back and check to make sure you got the right word, night. And so you're only choosing from these two words. So if you use the word night, then you know what this is. That's pretty easy. They kind of give you the answer for the first one. Now you're choosing down below here between these two words. You're not writing this word there. That you got to read your words. Just because it's above the picture does not mean you write it below the picture. Like how this one was here and this one was, they're not all that way. So read your words. Read your words. They kind of gave you, I believe that was that the same clown. Yeah, it was the same clown from the other side too. So if you're not sure about that, that's a little way to go back and look. So you're going to choose one of these words and write it here. And same for this. Choose one of these words and write it here. The word above them is not always the answer. So pick your words to match the picture. I'll give you another minute to look at that. And I'll read its different directions for down here. I'll read those to you in a little bit here. Look at your pictures. Look at your words carefully. Take your time. I want you to do well. And the bottom directions say write the letter M or B. So they have UDDY here for you. Here you are either going to write an M or a B to describe the picture. So that's all you're writing for the bottom. And so here you will either write an M or a B. Here you will write an M or a B. You need to decide what those words are. You got to sound them out. UDDY. That's a short U. The Y sounds like a long E. So you should pretty much know, like, look at that pig. You should pretty much know how to get those right. So you should, if you listen carefully, you should do well. And if you look at your pictures, they're on other, they have answers in other spots for you to help you out too if you get confused. All right, so that's that test. Please make sure your parents take pictures and send them to me. Your handwriting page for today. Let me show you what your handwriting page is. It's a little house on it. Oh, it's so cute. It has a little puppy. So we have, we will go home. So make sure you color it nice and cute. Cute little puppy. And do a good job on your handwriting. So that's the handwriting page you're doing for today. And up next, we have your math test. So get your pencil and your crayons and get ready for your math test. I'll see you in a bit.